Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of This Life, a podcast by Mayorca Media. I'm your host, Felix Mayorca. I am sitting with...
Bree.
What's up, Bree? How you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Your voice just got a lot higher and you got a lot quieter.
Yeah.
You get nervous?
Shut in camera.
Oh.
You wouldn't think so after all the times that I've shut up with you, but yeah, here I am.
Yeah, man. Oh, I just got a text from Crystalia.
Crystalia?
Yeah.
I don't know what the heck that is.
Crystalia. You don't know who that is?
No.
All right. I hope everyone's doing well.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
I hope everyone's doing well. He's a comedian.
Oh, okay.
He's in some hot water, but we'll get into that later. Yeah. We don't really have an agenda today. I kind of just want to talk current events, which is fun because Bree doesn't really know what the current events are that I'm talking about. And I already showed her.
Does that make me look bad?
So,
Does that make me look bad? That like I don't know what's going on?
No,
in, like,
because
the world?
So this is actually funny because I'm mostly going to be talking about like internet shit.
Okay.
Like it's all internet stuff.
And I don't go on the internet that often. So does that make sense?
My job is pretty much the internet. Like
Yeah.
I'm always, and I found this out. Yeah, I mean I found it out a long time ago, but excuse me. Oh, ooh, yuck.
Ew.
My life kind of revolves around the internet. It's like I'm constantly on social media. I'm doing stuff for my job, but then I get sidetracked.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's warm you up a little bit because it seems like you're a little cold. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat.
All right.
So the hot seat is a bunch of different questions. You don't have to get super into it, but just answer them to your best knowledge.
Okay.
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. What is your morning ritual? Almost screwed that up. What is your morning ritual?
Well,
Let's say on a weekday.
on a weekday. All right. I will go with Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the day that I coach here, CrossFit Iconic. I wake up at 4 a.m., turn my little alarm off, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, whatever. I weigh myself. I get dressed, yada, yada, yada. And then I make a little greens shake. Put some greens powder, some fiber, a little energy caffeine fizzy thingy. Take my vitamins with that, grab some snacks, and I'm out the door. And I come here at 5 a.m. ready to coach. Not that exciting. Sorry, I thought I had a more exciting answer.
No. You weigh yourself. I don't
weigh
even do
myself,
that.
yeah.
You weigh yourself every morning?
I try to, yeah.
To make sure you're in line, or
it's more so because I have a nutrition coach, and so it's more so I have to kind of put that into like my little tracker thing. If it was up to me, I wouldn't weigh myself every day. My weight isn't that important to me,
Right.
And it's just a number really. But if it was up to me, I'd probably weigh myself like once a week. So yeah, see where I'm at.
So Briana is her full name. She's actually a coach and a CrossFit athlete. And I mean, what else are you?
I'm a student.
A student?
I'm a pretty rad person, if I do say so myself.
Just a very, very busy person. Too busy to be on the internet.
Yeah, apparently. That's my excuse. I'm too busy to see what's going on.
No, yeah, congrats, man. This shit is exhausting. All right, what's a weekend like with you?
Weekend. Well, it depends on what side of Bree wants to come out on the weekend.
All right.
I'm either super focused and get homework done, do my meal prep, work out, or Party Bree comes out and take the weekend off. Maybe don't track my macros. Have a little bit of partying. Maybe don't work out.
Have a little bit of partying. A nice slice of party.
Yeah, I like to tell my friends all the time. I feel like I live a double life. That like during the week, I'm a CrossFit coach.
Sure.
I'm here working out on my grind, and then sometimes on the weekend hits, I'm like a whole nother person. And then on Monday, I'm back to grinding in the gym. But I think it's a balanced life, and yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're not doing it every single night.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do it and they get shit done, but that's not very healthy. All right. Best advice you could give your high school freshman self?
Oh my gosh. Well, first off, you want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
My freshman year of high school, I don't know why. I think I was really scared, I guess. And my mom dropped me off into Orange Glen High School. She dropped me off like on the street, like the intersection of Midway and Bear Valley, right before you like actually pull in. I think we were running late. She had to go to work, and I was like, don't drop me off there. Don't drop me off here. Everyone's going to make fun of me. You're supposed to pull in all the way to the front. Again, I don't know why I felt this way. But I started freaking out and I started crying on my first day of freshman year. Yeah, I think it's so silly. I don't know why I did that. But if I had advice for freshman me, I don't know. High school was kind of fun. I don't kind of like really like regret anything or wish I did something differently.
Is there maybe like for me, I would say get into clubs sooner. But you were involved.
I was
right
gonna
off the
say
bat.
I was pretty involved right off the bat. I went into volleyball tryouts right away. First sports season volleyball.
Fun fact: I actually coached her as a freshman and
Yes.
a senior, kind of.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
You're in and out. You missed our senior night to go to a concert.
Well,
and
okay.
I don't think I'll ever forget that.
Well,
but it's okay. It's whatever, Felix.
you guys, your class always brings that shit up, man. So let's sidetrack real quick, little sidebar, as we always do. I've been told by people who listen, they're like, dude, you have to stop.
Stop what?
Like, you have to stop getting off track. And I'm like, that's what I do, dude.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's where the funny stories come out.
I was on the dean's list, and my mom was like, "Oh, it would be fun if we did something for your dean's list thing." And I was like, "Oh, cool." Anyway, long story short, we collectively bought tickets for. Is that Taylor Swift? I love this song. We bought tickets for the Life of Pablo tour, Kanye West, and it just happened to be on the senior night of the team who
that you coached for 4 years
as freshmen.
Yeah.
I'd say 3, but yeah,
Yeah.
I missed it. I'm sorry, but I had an amazing time, and
It's okay.
every time I look back on those snaps, I'm like, fuck yeah, and I
it's
forget.
probably lit. I forgive you.
And I completely forget.
Me, Bree now forgives you. Senior year high school, Bree didn't forgive you.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
But I told all of you the circumstances, and you were like, oh.
Dude, you made the dean's
all right.
list.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I remember everyone clapped, and I was like, "Thanks, guys."
Yeah.
I'm going to a concert, and I remember I told the head coach, and first she was a little brave. She was like, "You know what, Amanda?" She was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know. Sorry, just move." She should have moved senior night.
Yeah,
I can't move the concert.
We could have rescheduled it.
Anyway,
but yeah, I was pretty involved freshman year. I don't know. I don't really regret much. I had a great group of friends. I was involved. Yeah.
Good answer. You nailed it. Favorite goal you've accomplished? To date.
So to today. Well, like we said, I have very many different aspects of myself. I'm a student. I'm an athlete. It depends. Are we talking about student accomplishments?
Let's do top 3 just in life.
In life. Okay.
Top 3.
Well, I guess one would be getting into my doctorate of physical therapy program at State. That was a goal of mine since high school, and I got in. It's the
I was
only
hoping you'd say that.
Yeah, it's up there, man.
That's
only
dope.
school I applied to. So
That's
I'm glad I got in.
Dude, talk about putting your chips in, huh?
I didn't want to go anywhere else, so I was like, I'm gonna apply here, and if I don't get in, I'll figure something out. So yeah, that I would say. I mean, I haven't graduated yet, but like, getting my bachelor's in May. I'll be graduating from SDSU. I don't know. I'm a first generation college student, so I'm the only, kid out of 3 older brothers to go to college. So I think it's pretty
big.
I think it's pretty big. Yeah.
Not only that, you're a female.
Yeah,
and
I'm the only girl, and I'm the youngest. And I'm my mom's last hope, and I made her proud.
She's like, Bree, please don't blow it.
Please don't blow this for me. Your 3 older brothers were assholes, and just need you to be a good kid. I was a good kid.
All right. Was that 3?
No, it's 2.
It's 2.
And then 3, honestly, it's pretty recent. It's the quarterfinals. I mean, I started doing CrossFit, like, seriously, like, a year or so ago when I started becoming a coach. And then I made the top 10% for...
In the world?
In North America. But out of like 65,000 other women, females, to move on to the next round, quarterfinals, which is this weekend. So I got some more workouts to do this weekend. So I won't be party breathe this weekend. Got some stuff to do. I got some workouts to do, but I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah, I think that was a big kind of turning point in my athletic career. I didn't even think I was going to make the top 10%, and then after the first workout, I did really good, and I was like, wow, I got a pretty good shot at this. Like, I'm gonna go for it. So yeah, you were
turning and burning, man. If so the thing about CrossFit, a lot of people don't know, and I'm sure people are already sick of me talking about it and
CrossFit.
Stuff. Yeah,
well, you read a CrossFitter on, so
yeah, true. It's yes, some places can get a little culty, and it can be like it runs their life, but it's also just like you're just working out and you're like trying to be better. Like there's something about it. I just started doing it. I used to just go to 24 Hour Fitness, and I just started doing it, and I'm like, I find myself being like, that's not good enough. Like do better. And like that little bit of like that competition that I used to have in high school, it's like coming back.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still have it in life where I'm like, I have to be better. But this is that like tangible kind of thing where you're like,
yeah,
well, that lap wasn't fast enough. The next one's got to be faster.
I think it just proves to you that like, because there's so many different like movements and so like advanced movements that like there's always something to work on and to be better at. And so I feel like a lot of people like, you know, get sucked in and want to keep like striving to do better. And I think the great thing is that it also like, for me at least, and I know for, you know, at least some people, it carries over into like their other life too. Yeah. Like they're just like their normal life, like non-CrossFit life. Like you want to do better and you work hard to become better at CrossFit, but then you also work hard and like realize that like you can be better and just in life.
Yeah.
You know, setting goals and, you know, wanting to be better and find more for yourself.
Well, because then that carries over to like, well, what did I eat today? Why did I feel like this during that workout?
You start realizing all these external factors affect you in the workout, and these workouts aren't easy. So you almost want to be like, you know, what can I do outside of the gym that's going to make me feel best inside the gym? And so it kind of all comes together, and you got a healthy little lifestyle going on.
I'm trying,
man.
No alcohol. No, for all the viewers out there, no alcohol. We're going on week 2, I think. So it's been fun. Let's see. Is there anyone who is in the public eye that you look up to?
I look up to. You know what's funny is I've gotten this question, you know, like when you're younger and they're always like, who's your biggest hero? Or like whatever. You know.
Well, everyone always says my mom.
I was just going to say, you could be cliche, you know, like say your mom, your dad, or whatever. Not that that's a problem.
No.
But I never really had like a hero that I looked up to. And a public figure that I look up to now. I mean, this is kind of cliche, but there's a bunch of like CrossFitter females that I look up to that I'm like, damn, like
they're ripped.
You're a fucking beast.
Do you have
like,
any names you want to drop?
I want to be like you. Yeah. I love Brooke Wells. She's badass. She's strong. She's fucking pretty too. Like best of both worlds, man. That's like what I strive for. Best of both worlds, like badass in the gym, but like still girly, still that, pretty,
yeah,
you know,
that
like
girly.
Yeah, not to like knock some CrossFitters, but you see some CrossFitter women and they're like, man, like you look like a man. It's bad sometimes, but yeah, whatever. Like you're a badass. You can fucking deadlift like 3 times my weight, so it's chilling.
That's true.
But
all natural.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like really anyone specific that like I look up to. Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite song currently?
I'm so bad at this. My answers are terrible.
I don't really have any. I have like 4.
I was just gonna say I don't really have. I'm not a big music person. Like Edgar, my boyfriend, gets on me all the time. Where like he never lets me get on aux. What are you looking at?
I'm not a You don't like music?
Okay, no, I do like music.
What are you looking at?
What's wrong with you?
I'm in shock, dude.
Okay, so yes, I like music, but I'm not one of those people that are like always listening to like the hottest albums. Like if you look at like my music, I probably have albums from like literally like years ago that I still listen to and I'm like still jamming out to.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Like mine right now is Freak a Leak by P.D. Pablo. you heard that song? Have you heard the Sweetie song?
I'm also not good with like names and like artists. Like if you play it, I probably know it, but I cannot tell you who's it by or what's the name of it.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
I told you I'm bad at this. I have terrible answers.
I'm just kidding. Just one song. Give me one song
that I've been listening to lately that like I've really enjoyed.
Yeah. That you're just kind of like, oh, all right. That Willow song by Taylor Swift. That's my man.
Yeah.
That's right now. That's my shit. That and Freaky League. Very, very same.
Very. Yeah, I was gonna say they sound like very similar.
Yeah, same, but different.
Gosh. Okay. One song that I've been
or even an artist. I'll give you that.
Artist. Okay.
Should give you something, dude.
Give me something to work with. An artist. Honestly, I'll give it to you. I've been on like a Bad Bunny like little trip lately.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Again, I can tell you like the name of the song. Actually, El Mundo. Know that one?
El Mundo. I don't think is that what it's called?
Fuck, I don't know. El Mundo es mío, right, or something like that.
Oh yeah. I don't think it. Yeah.
See, like I said, like I could tell you all the lyrics.
Yes.
Well, maybe not Bad Bunny's lyrics because they don't speak Spanish.
El mundo es mío. Yeah, that's a good one.
See?
El mundo mío.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I like his songs. I don't know what he's saying all the time, but I could pretend like
neither do Spanish speakers. It's okay.
I know what he's saying, and I could probably sing along with it, not knowing what I'm actually saying. But yeah, it's great.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Sweet or spicy?
Sweet.
If you could fight anyone, who would it be? And then I put in all caps, anyone. Anyone.
Like fight and like I would like someone that I think I could beat or like
I'd fight The Rock. I wouldn't win.
And get your ass. Get your ass.
He would crush me, but I would fight him.
Anyone that would who comes up with these questions?
It's a hot seat, man.
What?
It's meant to throw you off.
I'm not a conflict person. I don't think of fighting very often.
Neither do I, but like you see someone and you're like, God, this person's just ugh.
No, I'm not like that.
Well, I'm just an asshole.
I don't think that very often.
Like if you don't have like a famous person that you see in like a movie and you're like, this guy's such a chotch. Like the guy from Friends who plays Ross. Dude, I hate that fool.
Yeah.
Oh.
See? We're not the same person.
No, we're not.
We're not the same
He was on
person.
Curb Your Enthusiasm and they made him into like a just an insufferable chotch, dude. I was like, dude, this guy sucks.
Stop saying chotch. It's not chotch. It's chooch.
It's chotch.
It's definitely chooch.
Like the word tchotchkes? You know what tchotchkes are?
No.
Chooch?
Yeah.
What
like you're like, don't be a chooch. You're like, nah, it's chooch.
Hold on, let's look this up.
In today's generation, it's chooch.
Chotch or chooch. Derived from the word chooch, used as a derogatory insult towards people who are cheap and disliked by a vast majority. What?
See? Right?
But then it says here is chotch.
So you can, it's either or. But I'm not familiar with chooch. I'm not familiar with chotch.
Really?
Yeah.
Because chotch is like like when someone says, "Oh, you have a bunch of tchotchkes in your house." It's like little trinkets, like doilies and all that.
Not familiar with that
shit.
term either.
Anyway,
from different generations. It's okay.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm getting there. But I know more about the internet than you, so.
Yeah, that's true.
We even.
I'm an old soul. I don't really watch. I'm making myself look like a loser on here. I was about to say I don't really watch that much TV either. Well, the sad life, guys, of homework
You're a
and student life.
I get it.
Student athlete life.
I get it. All right, the fight one. Here we go. This one's right up your alley.
Oh, give me a good one.
What's a health myth you always hear that drives you crazy?
Ooh, okay. I could give.
If you want to give 3.
I'm excited. No, I'll stick to 1. Go spend the whole rest of the podcast talking about this.
This is my jam right here.
This is my jam. Okay, one thing I would say.
Is the girl one?
What do you mean?
If girls lift, they get they look like men?
Oh,
I hate that one.
That's a good one too, actually. Not where I was going, but that's a good one. Yeah, ladies, if you lift weights, you know, you're not gonna look like, you know, The Rock or whatever. Like, there's a lot of things that go into building muscle, and, you know, lift some weights, build your booty. I know you want a bigger booty, lift some weights.
True.
No, what I was going to say was that when people are like, I want to lose weight, and so they either like restrict themselves and like don't eat, or where people are like, I haven't eaten all day, or like they get scared to like eat a burger, like, no, like I gotta be good and I can't eat this cookie, or like I'm gonna gain 5 pounds, whatever.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Like, man, eat the damn cookie.
Yeah.
Like,
everything in moderation.
Yes, we just talked about this. We just spoke about this. Everything in moderation, but like, also there's a metabolism feature in there where like people don't realize if you keep restricting your body, you're actually doing more harm for yourself than good, because your metabolism is going to slow down and it's going to actually hold on to food rather than burning it. If you would like some more information, contact me for some personal training. Just kidding.
No, for real. Bree is she's very knowledgeable. If you have any questions, dude, reach out to her. I'm gonna have the her @ on there or whatever. But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
But anyways, yeah, I don't like when people starve themselves or restrict themselves because they want to look a certain way. Like, eat the damn food, eat good food, and like, it's all about balance, man.
Any others?
The like muscle, like manly one you said was good too. I guess you could say, like, coinciding with that is, like, I get a lot of girls that, like, say, like, I want to lean out or I want to tone up, but then, yet again, are scared to lift some weights, because in order to tone up, you got to build a little bit of muscle, nothing crazy, and shed some fat, and those muscles are going to come through, and you're going to tone up or get defined, whatever it may be.
You're going to look good.
Yeah. Well, get you right, ma.
Yeah.
But hit me up.
Yep.
But yeah, I think those are pretty good.
What's one of the scariest?
This is great.
Huh?
That's great.
Yeah, right.
I like that.
Dude, I'm team couch.
What?
Oh,
now you're team couch. You didn't like him the first time.
At first, because people.
Don't listen to others. Listen to yourself, Felix.
I know. My job is based around other people's opinions.
You're right. You're in a tough field.
I'm constantly getting shit on.
You're in a tough field.
Scariest moment in your adult life?
My adult life?
It doesn't even have to be anything severe. Like, it can be like, oh, one time I didn't pay my bills for 2 months.
Oh, that'd be pretty scary.
That happened to me.
Yeah.
I just kind of forgot.
You know what? I am the type of person where if you go into my notes, I have every other Friday when I get paid and what bills I need to pay. I do
too.
But you still forget to pay your bills?
On my calendar. Well,
or now you
I don't
that.
Anymore.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
This
You learned
happened like a year
your
ago.
lesson.
I did.
You learned your lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. Scary moments? I mean, I guess, I don't know. Was I an adult in high school? Like, does that count? Like, you mean like...
Sure.
I mean, I dislocated my shoulder one time, and that was pretty freaking scary.
That is an adult problem.
Yeah, that's a pretty fucking lame answer. But, yeah, that was pretty scary. I, like, thought I was going to die.
Where did it happen?
I wasn't actually going to die, but that was the most pain.
I'm bleeding out.
Imagine. Dude, I have such a small little peanut head and this thing's too big on me.
You can move it up like this.
I think it's all the way.
It's all the way up?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Congrats.
I got a small little head.
I got a big ass head.
Okay, but yeah, it was the most pain I had ever experienced for a while. Ever, actually. So yeah, that was pretty scary, but like, that's about it.
All right. What stresses you out?
I guess school stresses me out. Yeah, I do pretty good at managing my stress. I'm a planner, pretty organized person, so I do that to like avoid stress. Yeah, I'm a very like, I don't want to be stressed, so let's plan shit out type of person. You okay over there?
Thrown up, dude.
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay. School, life. actually, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you stressed.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. You don't have that vibe. Do you ever get depressed?
Honestly, no.
What's that like?
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm pretty blessed, man. I live a pretty good life. Like, I don't really get depressed. I do things in my life that make me happy. I'm a pretty happy person overall, which is almost kind of scary for me because mental like illness like runs in my family. Like my grandpa had schizophrenia, my dad is bipolar, has dealt with depression, my brother is bipolar, has dealt with depression.
You got the good genes.
I guess, yeah, it skipped me, or I'm depressed and I don't realize I'm depressed, which that would be even scarier.
Dude, yeah.
But no, not really. There were a few times freshman year when I lived on campus down at SDSU, and I would kind of like go date. I'm not like I'm sitting in a lecture hall with 500 other students, and I'm not the type of person to be like, hi, like, I'm Bree, what's your name?
Yeah.
Like, I want to be your friend. Not that I don't
think
know.
anyone does that.
Some people do.
Really?
And then honestly, the second they do that to me, it almost like pushes me away. Like, you're too nice. I'm not familiar with this type of
You know
niceness.
who does that? Me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I do it here at the gym. I'm like, I've seen you around. What's your name? And they're like, this. All right, we're working out together.
I guess that's
like,
kind of cooler though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I guess there's a way to go about it.
Yeah, there
But
is.
anyways, yeah. And so there are like days that I would like spend in class, or no, it wasn't freshman year. It was when I was commuting. Well, I'm still commuting, but like it'd be down on campus all day, and like whether I was in lecture, not talking to anyone, doing homework, not talking to anyone, going to the gym, not talking to anyone. Like, I'm a very sociable person. I think social interaction is like what keeps me like going.
Right.
And so like spending an entire day not like speaking a word to anyone.
Yeah.
Until I get to soccer practice or get back home or whatever. I was like, damn.
It almost feels like you're holding your breath for a whole day, and then you finally get to like that familiarity.
Yeah.
Nailed
I'm
it.
always like,
And you're like,
I'm lonely.
Yeah. No, I think that's the toughest part about commuting, because I did the same thing, and I would go to school, and then just like, if a friend was there, then they'd be there, and if not, then I would just like sit there like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Like, what do I do with myself?
Yeah.
And that was when my anxiety was like super high, so I would just be like, people are staring at me sitting by myself, like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but
All right.
no, don't really get depressed. Thankfully.
Congrats.
Yeah.
What's a skill you'd like to master? There's one more question after this, and then we're
Okay. Better be a good one.
I think it is.
A skill I'd like to master. You know what? I wish I was like a very, I guess not a skill, but like a very like outdoorsy type of person. I think we've like kind of touched on this a little bit before, but like going on hikes and like knowing about like the outside areas and like stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I wish I was like a little bit more outdoorsy, spontaneous, like go with the flow. But, as you know, because I've talked about it like several times today, I'm a planner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I was a little bit more spontaneous, about outdoorsy, go with the flow type of person. Yeah.
You know, my friend Stephanie and I were talking about that, like how people kind of hold themselves back because it's always scary to be like, I'm gonna go camping, and then like that's why people it's either what camera do I get or what's a good spot to camp in. Like, I always get those questions. Because I've done it before, and like repetition obviously helps.
Yeah.
But I told my friend Stephanie, we had this like, my friends always have like weird like, hey, I have this dream of doing this, and they're like, oh my god, me too. I wanted to do like caravans to like Joshua Tree or like Yosemite, or like just rent out like a big a couple of vans or something and just take people.
Yeah.
And because I feel like there are so many people like you where they're like, well, I want to do it, I just don't know how or where to start, or Google's a good spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it does take some time.
Yeah. I also wish I was like more of an artsy type of person, and like music and art and like
fun stuff.
creativity. that side is kind of like skipped right over me. Like I'm like math, science, these are the facts, this is how it works.
STEM.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I wish I was a little bit more out there. Creativity.
I get that one. I wish I was the opposite. I wish I liked school was hard for me because I hate science. Science. Math was okay, but biology I failed. Shout out to Mr. Mers. Yeah. Anyway, actually, do you know Miss Y?
Dude, I was literally I had just thought I wasn't going to say anything, but I thought about it when you said that. I had her for bio freshman year.
Dude.
And then, yes, I did hear.
R.I.P. Miss Y. She was a teacher at Orange Glen. Biology, yeah. And I think probably like one period of chemistry or something. But she was a science teacher. My brother had her. She was well liked. She was loved. Yeah,
she was a cool teacher. I didn't know her very, very personally. Regardless of the situation, is very terrible.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Whenever a teacher dies, it's like.
And you know what? I feel like we've had OGs had like a handful of like kind of like sad stories like that. Like
the ROTC guy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I was gonna say the ceramics teacher, Mr. Randall.
No.
Yeah.
When?
What?
Yes, when?
This is when I was going to school there. He was going through, I had him for ceramics for...
Like cancer, right?
Yeah, he had cancer. So I had him literally for like the first week, and then we had a substitute for the whole rest of the semester, and he had cancer, and then I had heard from that substitute teacher that he ended up passing. Yeah.
God, what a freaking bummer. All right, let's move on. Yeah. Okay, last one. Who do you think you are? Isn't that a weird question? I
said to give me a good one. You give me that.
I ask myself this every morning. I'm like, who do you think you are today? Who do you think you are?
Do you live multiple lives? Like, can't you only be one person?
Well, depending on like what I have to do, like I'm a determined person today, or like I don't know, I'm gonna be extra.
It's almost like that saying where you woke up and you chose
violence. Yes, yeah. That's me every day.
Yeah, violence every day.
Yeah. Who do you think you are?
I mean, if we're going along that line of I woke up today and chose, blank, I would say I make myself look a fool here. My answers are so lame.
Yeah, and you try to freaking pin it on me. I asked you for you.
Yeah, I'm not a very cool person, guys. If you want to be my friend, you're better off without me. No, I'm kidding.
Hit me up though.
I would say, okay, so what's the question?
Who do you think you are?
I think I'm a very strong-minded, dedicated person. When I want to do something, I put my mind to it, get it done, set some goals. But I also think I'm a very encouraging person. Like I live to like see others succeed. Like I think that's what makes my job so fun. It's like I want to see you hit that PR or like lose 10 pounds, dude. Like that's fucking awesome. But I mean, and I want to see you strive in other things besides out the gym as well. Like, right. Like we said, trying to be the best person you can be.
Right.
So yeah, I guess I'm a very encouraging, dedicated, strong person.
Yes, that's good.
Okay.
Don't laugh.
I didn't know how to put it. That
great.
works. Okay, cool. All right.
I go for thinking.
Nailed it.
Do you feel warm?
No. Should I feel warm?
It's a hot seat, dude.
Oh.
This episode's over.
Well, at the same time, you like wiped your forehead, so I thought you were like sweating or something. Like,
I am
physically hot.
Yeah, I am. I'm sweating.
Well, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah, I feel really hot, like on the hot seat. Physically, I'm not hot.
There you go. You've been with your boyfriend for how long?
It was 7 years in January.
And you started dating when?
Freshman year. That was a weird segue. Anyways, it was just random.
There's no segue there.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. So 7 years in January of this year, and we started dating freshman year of high school when we were 14.
The reason I ask you that is because, and I've told you this before, I can't see myself doing that because I'm such a different person now. The question I have for you, and then I've asked other people as well who are like high school sweethearts or whatever, is have you changed together, or have you changed separately and then still found each other?
No, I definitely think we've changed together. Actually, we were just talking about this the other day, and I think that's why we have such a good relationship. Like, we can, talk about the past, talk about things.
Cool guy. Shout out to Edgar, man. Cool guy.
How we can be better together and, like, be better together, but on our own, but with support of the other person too.
Yeah.
I definitely think we grew together. I mean, we grew up together, like, how do you go from 14 to 21 and not change, right? 100%. I'd hope you like would mature. So. Yeah, by then. But I definitely think that we did it together. Yeah. And I think it's popping in here.
Yeah. It was like meep.
Oh, I was talking about the music. Oh. Yeah, I definitely think we matured together, for sure.
Yeah, he's a dope guy. It's crazy. So. I mean, he's all right.
He's all right.
I don't know. It's just crazy. Like, that's such a crazy concept to me. But also, just like knowing you guys, I would always see him hang around the gym, and when he was like doing his rehab or whatever. And then you guys would be like, hey, okay, I love you, like kiss, and I'm going to practice now. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. But yeah, now seeing where you guys are at now, I'm like, crazy. That's that type of stuff where when I was a kid and teachers would be like, well, I feel old. I was like, shut up. But now I'm like, fuck.
I really feel old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. We say that all the time. We're like, damn, we've been together for a while. Like, you're not sick of me yet?
You still want to do this?
Yeah, you still want to do this? But yeah, I also think that we've always had like a mature mentality when it came to relationships. Like, I don't know, not that like I knew he was the one from when we first started dating, but like, I don't know, we've always been like, we knew that, I don't know, you always, especially when we were younger, like you hear in high school, like they were at this party and she did this or he said something to her, like, on social media, he messaged her, like, some immature bullshit.
Yeah.
And like, we never got into that. Like, I don't know, I guess we were just always mature. Yeah.
I feel like your life is so straightforward. There's no like, I mean, obviously there are challenges and whatnot, but
yeah,
for the most part,
I would say so. I say it all the time. Like I live a pretty blessed life. Not to say that I don't have challenges and family problems or shit like that, but I think I'm in the right headspace and mental space, and I take care of myself and my relationships and the people around me, that I know how to live a good life, I guess. I don't know.
On that note, we're going to take a little break. I have to go potty. And then we'll be back. We're going to talk some current events. I'm going to dive Bree into the world of the internet.
Yeah. Tell me all about it.
All right, we'll be back. Bree, do you know who David Dobrik is? You ever seen this dude before?
Dobrik?
Dale Dobrik?
Dale Dobrik?
Dale Dobrik.
Love that guy.
Dude, all right. We're there.
I'm funny when I can, I want to turn it on.
When you know what we're talking about.
But no, I don't know who this guy is.
So, I've always been such a fan of like current events, and like I'm a history major, so I'm always deep diving into stuff. Yeah. And I had a professor, Bechtel, I think his name was. Shout out Professor Bechtel, I know you're listening. He would always start it off with current events, and if I ever become a teacher, I want to start my classes off with a song, and how it talks about the times, all the things that were happening or whatever, and then I want to start with current events, because I think, this is what we're living in.
Yeah.
But in the world of the internet,
fuck history. It's all about what's happening right now.
Yeah, seriously, fuck history. In the world of the internet, this guy, David Dobrik, he's one of the probably one of the most famous YouTubers. Okay. And he just makes vlogs.
Okay.
Like, that's all he does, and he makes like quote unquote.
Vlogs of what? What does he vlog?
His rich ass life.
Okay.
He's literally just like a little rich kid.
You know what? That's become so popular nowadays. Rich kids just like
TikTok.
Like recording themselves and putting it out there, like, this is my life.
Yeah.
I'm rich. Here's all the fun things I do. Shit, if I was rich, I'd have a vlog too. So I guess shout out to you. But
I'm not on TikTok, but these like, I feel like there's going to be a study that comes out, and I'm probably going to make the study about TikTok and like white privilege.
Okay.
And how it kind of coincides, like, you know, like the hype house and like all that crap. No? Okay.
The hype house?
You got a lot to learn, girl. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
This is shit. This is shit I shouldn't even know.
Okay.
So this is how crazy the internet's gotten. There's all these top TikTokers.
Okay.
They rent out a house. I'm sure a production company rents it out, and they pretty much just quote unquote make content.
Okay, yeah.
That's literally all they do.
Okay.
And they like live together and live together. And
that's a hype house?
So one of them's called the Hype House.
Okay.
It's teen bullshit.
Yeah.
So going back to David Dobrik, he had like I think it was called the Vlog Squad. Yeah, there it says right there.
Okay.
So he's known for his little oh, there we go. Look at that. Take that, Jamie from Joe Rogan. So right here it says after hitting 18.8 million YouTube subscribers.
Okay.
And he just bought a new 9.5 million house. So he was like, and he gives out Teslas. Like, he's done a bunch of like kind of good stuff.
Okay.
But he's also one of those kids. Do you know who Logan Paul is?
Yeah, I do actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you?
I only know who that is because Edgar watches his stuff. But yeah.
So a couple years ago, he had this whole drama thing where he went into the suicide forest in Japan. Did you hear about that?
No.
So he goes into this forest that's notorious for people going there and hanging themselves.
Oh.
So they show up. He shows up with his camera guy, and there's a person that just hung themselves there. And he keeps the camera rolling, stands next to the body, and they're just rolling the whole thing. So they and I've experienced this, not to that level, but when I'm like shooting a wedding or something, or like I'm just thinking about the shots.
Okay.
So like if something is, I don't know, if normally I would cry at something, here I'm like, oh my God, I have to capture it from this.
Yeah.
So I kind of get that whole thing, but it's gotten to the point where
yeah, that's too much. What the fuck?
So David Dobrik, this thing came out about, I think in 2017, it says here. Long story short, they invited some girls over, and their whole vlog squad was there apparently, and they started drinking.
Nothing good comes from drinking, man.
Exactly. Two people went into, a guy and a girl went into the room, and I guess the girl was way too drunk, and this guy was like pretty much like talking shit to her, like, why won't you kiss me, like just pressing her all night. And then finally she came out and said, well, I was so scared, like I just kind of did it. And I was drunk, so then she was there's like allegations that she was way too drunk, so then her friend stepped in, like this is gonna sound gross, but to finish the guy off, because he was getting all, you know, like up in arms and like shitting on the girl, and like not
hopefully not physically.
She wasn't doing it physically, but she wasn't getting pooped on. But so this happened, and then they recorded everything. Like they recorded the stuff. They were on the outside of the room, like being like listening in and being all immature and shit.
Okay.
So that came out, and people were pissed. A bunch of his quote unquote friends like deleted all their content with him. Like they just like
canceled him.
They canceled him.
Okay. And that's this guy that did that?
Yeah, this dude right here. Yeah, and then now people are coming out and being like, "Whoa, he's an absolute bully. They're just saying he's a bully and he's actually a dick." And so he released. Are they saying
he's? I'm curious. Are they saying he's a rapist at all?
No.
Okay.
He was just a bystander, which.
Oh.
Now.
Oh, so he wasn't the guy.
No.
He was just recording.
Yes.
Okay.
So he was recording.
Okay.
But apparently he kind of pushed this to happen for the video. Yeah. And he released, I think, like 3 videos or something of him saying I'm sorry and like just apologizing. But yeah, this dude's in hot water.
Yeah. Like it.
But something else. So I was talking about earlier, Chris D'Elia. He had similar allegations. Do you know who?
No, I seriously don't know who.
Let me look him. So Crystalia is he used to be one of my favorite comedians. So much so that
you know this person?
He has one of those apps or whatever.
Okay.
That mass text people.
Oh.
It was just so random though. But
okay.
This is Crystalia. He was on. Have you ever seen the show You?
No. Remember, I don't watch TV.
That's right. I was just thinking that. Anyway, that's him. I'm pulling it up here for those of you not.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Can they see? They can't see that.
No, they can't see that. He was texting underage girls.
Okay.
And he had this whole like sexual addiction thing. This video up here, it says it's been a while. That was his apology video, quote unquote. But yeah. Now he got hit. First, it was allegations. It was like he used his power to exploit me. Now something came out saying that he actually, in Connecticut, I think the age of consent is 16, and he had sex with a 17-year-old.
Okay.
Took her virginity, and then would like abuse her over text, like be like, oh, if you ever do this again, like you're not going to be my number one girl, like calling her my number one, my number two, you're now my number three, and like,
okay.
So like that power dynamic. And I think the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I'm such a fan of his that when I read this stuff, I was like, nah, you know, it's allegations.
Okay,
I'm sure he was just, you know, just being a dude. Yes, my mistake. And it's tough because now the lawsuit goes into it like pretty graphically.
Okay.
But I feel like this whole power thing, have you ever heard of that before? Like with the whole Me Too, you know what the Me Too movement is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know something.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't think we should
I was
celebrate
just going to say, well, take a step back. Not what we're celebrating here.
We're not.
That's awful. Okay. Yes, I am aware of what the Me Too movement is.
So, what a lot of people don't understand is the whole power thing, the power dynamic. It's kind of like when someone's in power, they use that to sway you to do things, to say things, whatever, to make you feel guilty. Apparently both these guys, that's what they've been doing.
Okay.
Do you know like who's like a big movie star to you?
Like a guy?
Anyone.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah. But in my
Like
opinion, I feel like they're out. Like movies, there's no such thing as a big movie star anymore. You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah.
Like think about in the 90s, George Clooney and like Brad Pitt and like
Tom
the early
Cruise.
2000s. Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I guess I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, I think it's because movies like I mean, COVID hasn't helped, but like movies aren't as big, I guess you could say, anymore because there's like YouTube and TikTok and like all these new ways to almost get famous. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. I think looking at all this stuff now, it's like poison.
Yeah.
Like
I could have told you that a long time ago.
Yeah.
You're in too deep, man.
I mean, no. Okay. I know I am. And I know it's like there's mental health issues with it and stuff, but now like these kids are getting put on like pedestals. And do you know who Charlie whatever? She's a TikTok chick.
No.
She's been on like Jimmy
really
Fallon and
TikTok.
stuff. I mean, either, but you know, news.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, and then she came out and was like, I don't enjoy doing this anymore. Like, I don't enjoy dancing and people saying, oh, your arms are too fat or your arms are too skinny or like shit like that.
Being such a public figure, you know, like having everyone, you're on a pedestal, on a spotlight. Everyone's looking at you, judging you,
right? Whether
good or bad. Yeah.
So I kind of have a feeling there's more of this that's gonna come out because of where we're at.
Because people will see, okay, they stood up and said something, I'll come forward type of thing. Almost like the Me Too movement. Is that what you mean? Yeah,
that, but also like I'm sure there's so many dudes that have done this because they have some sort of notoriety.
Okay.
Like you have like, I don't know. I got made fun of because I only had 600 followers by the freshmen I used to coach this last year. They were like, I think at the time I only had like 300. They were like, you only have 300 followers? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I have 1,000. I'm like,
wow, you're Instagram famous, dude. 1,000 followers? That girl, like, or guy, I don't know, should be like on the Ellen show or something.
dude. I mean, ooh, Ellen. That's another one. She got canceled.
Wait, what happened?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
You love Ellen?
I mean, she's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
So, Ellen got accused of having a toxic work environment
Okay.
during COVID. I actually started this podcast because of her.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, I don't give a shit what you have to say.
To Ellen?
To Ellen. So,
Poor
Ellen, during COVID.
Let me hear both sides.
During COVID, she would do these things like where she'd come out and be like, oh, we're sitting at home, I'm so bored, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of trying to be like relatable, and she started calling her friends, and she was calling like Justin Timberlake, Adam Levine. And I was just like, bro, we don't care. Okay. You're sitting in your $1 million home and you're bored. Some people are sitting in their $2,000 apartment because San Diego is so damn expensive, and they're struggling to pay their bills. They're struggling to find work. They got laid off. And you're sitting here just, oh, hey, check me out. I'm blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's my opinion. But, yeah, there were all these allegations that came out about her. I got to look it up because I don't even remember. Like, Ellen canceled. Boop. There were allegations of her, like, a timeline of the backlash. I love these. I love the internet, man. A timeline.
We know.
We know, yeah. This is my shit, dude. Let me zoom this in real quick. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to read a timeline. Issues in her show. Everybody Loves Raymond. Mistreatment by... Oh, dude. This guy said that the mistreatment by Ellen DeGeneres is common knowledge. So everyone just like knew. I actually I knew someone who met her, and they were like, yeah, she was an absolute bitch to me. Like, you know how the thing is, this is why people are pissed, because she for so long she claimed to, like, at the end of her show, she'd be like, be kind to everyone or whatever. Apparently with her, what's it called? With her employees, she would have a table outside with gum, and they would have to chew gum. Okay. And if they weren't chewing the gum, then they would have to go home.
Wait, there's got to be some type of context behind that.
That's it.
Why did she want everyone to chew gum?
Doesn't like bad breath.
Okay. I wouldn't want someone with bad breath on my show. Exactly.
Oh God, this is all. See, I love the internet, and then I hate it. Like, just give me things. Anyway, yeah. Apparently, I guess there was also. Here's famous people. Of course, they're gonna treat you right, dude. You're fucking. Yeah.
So she wasn't treating her employees right. Is that the story?
Yeah, but it's very like.
I'm sure there's more to it, obviously.
And there's all this details going around, and like
all about the details. What? Fuck, what show is that from? There's a quote that just popped up in my head. 22 Jump Street. We've talked about this. This is my movie. Where he goes, oh, tell him all about the explicit details. He's pretending to be the gangster dude.
Ow. Yeah, that's right.
All about the details, fool. Tell him about the details. Fuck, sorry.
Dude, Jonah Hill's all into it. And he's like...
starts speaking in some random... Yeah. That's a made-up name.
We should have done a 21-22 podcast or 22 Jump Street podcast.
If you don't know a quote, I'm talking about 22 Jump Street. Look at it.
It's the what's it called? The "My name is Jeff" part, right? In the beginning, where he's like, "My name Jeff."
Yeah, they're talking to like the The drug dealer guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute silence while I fall into character. Absolute silence. Absolute silence while I fall into character.
I need absolute silence. And he's like, I need absolute.
Love that movie.
Anyway, Ellen's canceled. She treated her employees like shit, and I guess there's allegations now that like her favorite producers, like they would sexually harass people. There's just all these like toxic.
I mean,
things.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe this sounds harsh, but like I feel like in the movie industry, film, I don't know, famous people in general, money changes a person. And like, as long as there's money around, there is going to be issues with the authority power struggles. There's going to be issues of, you know, sexual harassment or whatever. And the fact is, like, it's almost so sad that like we hear about these stories so often nowadays that like I'm just like not even shocked anymore. Like I'm not surprised, and that's fucking sad.
Yeah.
And so I mean,
you're just like, oh, another one.
Yeah. It's just like celebrities, like, and like how you're saying, like she says like, you know, be kind, be so nice, but in reality like she's a bitch or whatever.
Yeah, she's
like
attitude.
You're on a stage, you're on camera. You cannot expect someone to be different than who they put themselves out to be. Everything's about the media and everything's about how you're portrayed. You know, and like I would expect nothing less, to be honest. And then that's the sad part.
If I had a little bit of money, bro, I would change in a heartbeat. I would wear just expensive ass clothes. Hi, good morning. Don't talk to me. Oh, dude, imagine.
That'd be, yeah.
Walk into, you're like, hey, you're doing your squat
And you could say
run.
money doesn't change you, like, but it's going to change you. Maybe not like extremely like, don't talk to me type, something like that.
I would never do that.
But like, it's different. Yeah. Your priorities change. You don't have to go through that struggle anymore to like, I want this, I can have it because I have the money to be able to do that. So I don't know. It's, yeah.
Do you remember when you got your first like adult paycheck?
Yeah, I do.
Did that change you? No, like, did you just be like, oh, I'm gonna buy so many things?
I mean, yeah, I did. I was like 16 at the time though, so I wanted to buy like clothes and like stuff like that. Dude. I mean, my, I don't know, $200 paycheck from Macaroni Grill, and I was a 16-year-old hostess, dude. But didn't buy me Gucci or anything like that. But
still, dude, I used to work when I worked at Ross. I got like I remember I worked a bunch of hours and I got $400. I was a king.
I mean, I think about these stimmy checks that are going out right now. What'd you buy with your stimmy?
Nothing. I saved it. I put it in my savings.
Yeah.
Because
you're an adult.
Yeah.
That's an adult thing to do. Not everyone does that, but
I took 1,000, put it in the savings, and then 400 towards credit cards.
I basically did the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paid off, not paid off, but made some dents in some of my credit cards. I'm a student. Put money away to fucking pay for expensive ass college.
Dude, this is such an adult podcast right now.
Yeah. If you're not an adult, you can't relate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, kids. I hope there's no kids listening because I've said some pretty stupid shit. Lil Nas X. Do you know who Lil Nas X is?
I do.
Do you know about all this stuff?
About his fucking Satan shoes or something like that? Yeah, I am aware of that.
My question for you is, what do you think about that? Are you a religious person?
I mean, like, I definitely believe in God and good and bad, I guess. Good and evil and hell.
That's religion
and heaven.
for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Well, what I'm saying is, like, I believe in it. Would you call me a religious person?
Right.
Probably not. I mean, you don't, like, go to church regularly or anything like that. I used to, but I don't know. Yeah, I would say no. I'm not a religious person.
Oh, but you believe in stuff.
Yes, but I believe in stuff.
Does this affect our society?
Honestly, like, what do you mean by does it affect our society? Like,
Affect our society.
in my opinion, they're shoes. Whether you wear them because you're a Satan worshiper or because you think they're dope-ass shoes and they just so happen to fucking be called Satan shoes, whatever. In my opinion, they're shoes.
That's right. But they have human blood in them.
Yeah, I did see that. 1 drop of human blood.
I think that's such bullshit.
I think that's just fucking weird. Why is that a thing? Why?
I think just like with WAP. What's up?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's so out there that it gets your attention and sells.
So his artist interpretation. Let's go all the way back for those of you that might only do CrossFit and go to school, just like my guest here, and aren't on the fucking internet all the time like myself. Lil Nas X, he's famous for Old Town Road. He released a video called, I think it's Montero. Yeah. And he shows images of him. I haven't seen the actual video, but he's like grinding on the devil. He's doing a lap dance on the devil, or giving a lap dance to the devil. His kind of thing was, his name is Montero Lamar Hill. Oh, that makes sense. So he's gay, and people told him, if you're gay, you're going to hell. So then he was like, oh, well, I'm just going to...
I didn't know he was gay. Is that, like, common knowledge? I probably should have known that. Oh, I didn't know that.
He came out a while back. Yeah, he's been told that you're going to hell and stuff, and he pretty much was like, well, let me embrace it and put it in a video.
Okay.
If everyone wants to see me be in hell and gay. So he did that. But then with it, he released these shoes that he collaborated. Did you hear that? He collaborated with one of those, like,
outside the door.
Oh.
He's listening. He really wants to be on the podcast.
Yeah. Conlon, come in, buddy.
Conlon, come in.
Conlon, you don't have to listen through the door, buddy. It's okay.
It's okay.
He comes in.
I really want someone to open the door right now.
I know.
Whatever.
Right. Anyway, yeah, he released these shoes, and they have like 666 on them. They have Luke. They have a passage that talks about the devil falling from heaven, and he's getting sued by Nike because these are Nike shoes. He didn't get consent from Nike.
Wait, how does that happen? How do you...
So, do you know about the sneaker game? All the sneakerheads and all that shit. So, there are these people, like there's one guy called the shoe surgeon, who they make custom shoes.
Okay.
So, they pretty much took this, they took a bunch of these shoes and they customized them.
Got it. But it wasn't through Nike.
Right. It wasn't a collaboration through Nike, and that's why Nike's pissed, and now they're getting sued. I don't know where that's going yet, but now the video's one of the most watched, just like WAP.
Yeah.
So
controversial.
It's so controversial. Exactly. I know about it, but I didn't watch it because I'm like,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I don't care. But I don't know. I think it's good for him. It's good PR.
PR?
Public relations. When people talk about you and like the news and...
Yeah, but are they talking about him in a good way? Like, he's selling Satan shoes, dude.
They're talking about him.
Yeah. And that's key right there, is that people will do anything to chase clout. And
remember Terrio? Ooh, kill him.
Oh, yeah.
The little fat kid? Mm-hmm. Poor little boy was absolutely obese. And then people were just like, Terrio, and then they were like, all right, next.
Done with you. And that's how it goes in the, I don't know, media, celebrity...
Fame.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, people are talking about him. Oh, wow, he was born in 1999.
No, we're the same age.
You guys are the same age? Look at that.
When's his birthday?
April 9th.
He's older.
April 9th, 1999. He was born in Georgia. Yeah, I mean, for him, I think it's good for him. People are talking about him. He's staying relevant. Do I support? Look at this. Why Lil Nas X is the best marketer in the game.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
It is. It's good marketing. Yeah. I mean, for sure. He clearly has people's attention.
Lil Nas X's Montero, Call Me By Your Name, debuts at #1 on Billboard Hot 100. That's a day ago.
Well, think about the first... Well, I don't know. I mean, Old Town Road wasn't, like, controversial or anything like this, but it's just almost so out there.
It was.
It's controversial?
It was controversial in the way that people were like, this isn't country.
Oh,
like
I mean...
the old heads?
Yes. And I agree. It wasn't country at all, just because it had Billy Ray Cyrus in it.
Yeah. Talked about horses.
Yeah, it did.
But not pickup trucks.
Not pickup trucks, not beer. Not Mayorca, and
America.
certainly not God.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Damn. Yeah, so Old Town Road, same thing. People were like, there was one side that was like, oh, this isn't country. And then another side that was like, I think he was like, yeah, I wanted to make a country song with a trap beat.
And it got people's attention.
And then people were like, put him on this is racism.
Oh.
Yeah. You're what?
I mean, if you want to get money, do something controversial. That's the story of today's podcast.
Yes.
Thanks for viewing.
Thanks for viewing. Yeah, man. Lil Nas X. What do you know about the news? What do you know about current events? What are some current events you're following?
Well,
because obviously I'm like an internet kid.
I was just gonna say, when you said, okay, we're going to talk about current events, I definitely thought you were going to take more of like a political, what's going on in the world, like COVID vaccines, Black Lives Matter, white privilege, stuff like that. No. Not saying I wanted to talk about that stuff.
No, I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. And you were like, Black Lives Matter.
I didn't
COVID. I was talking about COVID. Keep going.
But then you said, well, you just showed me what all these things that we're going to talk about. And I had no idea. And I can tell you I don't follow, like, media, all these new rappers in the game or all of that stuff because I think it's a waste of time. Like,
not wrong.
Searching through the internet and reading all these, what happened with this new celebrity, like, I don't care.
Yep.
Does nothing to benefit me, and it's just a wasted little space in my noggin here.
Your tiny peanut head.
My little tiny peanut head, absolutely.
See, I got a huge head, so all this stuff fits in there.
Yeah, it fits perfectly. Are you looking at something again?
No, I was giving a thumbs up to the audience.
Oh.
I mean...
that there's someone in the window or something.
Yeah, this stuff, I mean, I don't really care about it, but people started talking about it, and someone started, I think it was Candace Owens or whatever, she started saying that, what kind of America do we live in that we're worshiping Satan and we're...
Oh, I saw that. Did you retweet that or like share it? Yeah. I did see that. I mean, yeah, and honestly, it's like, this is just all bullshit. Like, can we talk about something better?
Yeah, let's talk about COVID. Can we
do something? No, I don't want to talk about that either.
Okay, this is so...
Let's do better as a society.
Candace Owens. I was told that she is everything wrong with Black America because she's a cherry picker and picks only the news that she cares about and turns it into her narrative. So she tweeted this: "We turned George Floyd, a criminal drug addict, into an icon. Mm-hmm. We're promoting Satan shoes to wear on our feet." Mm-hmm. Who's we? We've got Cardi B named as Woman of the Year.
Man, don't disrespect Cardi like that. She is Woman of the Year.
We'll talk about that.
I'm just kidding.
But we're convinced it's white supremacy that's keeping Black America behind. How stupid can we be?
Yeah, I did see that.
What do you think?
I don't know the context behind this lady, so I don't know what her views are.
They're very right.
They're okay.
I mean, on the right.
Oh.
Not correct.
That's what I was like, whoa, okay. Yeah. All right.
You're like, wow, you're very Republican. I have a picture of George Bush up there.
Actually, this is also going to make me sound stupid, but I've always was confused about people say like, oh, very right or very left. I didn't know what side was right and what side's left.
Do you know now? Or do you get confused?
Can you explain to me?
Republican is right.
Okay.
Right is conservative.
Okay.
Liberal, quote unquote, and these are loose interpretations.
Okay.
Liberal is left, and
Democratic.
They're Democrat,
okay,
or whatever the hell.
All right.
Yeah, just think about the R and the L.
Okay.
Right.
Boom.
Left. Yeah.
Got
Republican, liberal. But I think we've also, those are scapegoat. What's it called?
Is there anyone that just like is right in the middle? Can you be in the middle?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you are? Okay.
I believe in individual liberties. I believe in doing whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. I believe in protesting. Okay. I believe in taking a stand for what you believe in. If something doesn't hurt someone else, then do it. But I think the majority of America is like this, but the people that scream the loudest are the ones that get the most views, the most clicks.
Do you think those are also the people that have the most money?
Yeah, 100%.
100%, yeah.
And I think people need to, I don't want to talk about COVID, but with this whole COVID thing, like, we're all just kind of cherry picking whatever and I find myself doing that as well. And I'm like, oh, take a step back and look at things. But, yeah, man.
I can kind of relate to that. I'm a very, like, see it from both sides kind of person. That's why I'm not a political person, because I'm like, well, that makes sense, but that also makes sense. But, like, really, like...
It's hard to take a stand.
Yeah. Like, those... Were you ever, like, in a high school history class and you have to, like, do, like, a mock debate and, like, choose a side and argue why your side is right? Yeah, I was terrible at those.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's why you're a history major.
Yep. Love arguing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost kind of sad that, like, I don't know. I'm not a very political person.
It's almost sad
that, like, I don't know. I don't, like, feel strongly about a certain thing. Like, I don't have that passion to, like, I don't know, really take a certain side. I'm almost like what good do I do when I stand in the middle, right? I don't make any type of change by saying, well, you're right, but you're also right. Well, something needs to change, but what needs to change? Like, So I'm really not making any.
No. You're saying what a lot of people are thinking, and along with everything that's been going on, and I got like chastised by a friend that was like, "Are you going to the protest today?" Last year during COVID, like the peak COVID, and I was like, I don't think so. I want to stay safe, and she's like, "Why?" And I was like,
"Yeah, I don't like that."
My parents are high risk, and I don't know. And
what was the protest? Was that for the Black Lives Matter movement and like everything was going on? Okay.
It was over here, in front of City Hall, and it was a peaceful one, and I think people got something done. But I also was like, you know what? I don't know if I really believe in protesting. And she went off, dude.
But you just said you believe in protesting.
I believe that you're allowed to do
Felix.
it. So I believe you're allowed to do it. You can do it.
Okay.
If I want to go out to City Hall and be like, fuck the mayor.
Okay.
Which I love, shout out Mac. What's up, buddy? But will it really do anything in the grand scheme of things? Will it really do anything?
Yeah.
Like what you're saying, well, I'm just sitting in the middle. Am I really doing anything? I ask myself the same thing all the time. I'm like, well, why would I get in this argument? What's it going to do?
Well, what I think too is like, as far as like protests doing something, I strongly believe that, like you said, I believe in protesting, that if you feel a certain way about something, you should speak out about it and make it known. And I clearly have we've seen Trump supporters, we've seen Black Lives Matter supporters clearly standing for what they believe in. But in my opinion, it comes down to all these people believe this way, but it's not going to matter until the people in power believe that way. Because like you said, in the end, like all those people standing out in City Hall, we would like to believe that, they did something, they spoke out for what they believed in, but did it make a changing impact?
And what sucks is people will hear this and be like, you guys are wrong.
Yeah,
because things did change, and police was defunded and stuff. And same with that whole thing. I think, well, now we're getting political. I don't believe that made an impact, because people hear defund the police and they think you're going to take everything from the cops. It's like, no, we want to reorganize how budgets in cities and stuff work. I believe in that. Dude, look up the budget for Escondido Police Department. Their budget's just ridiculous. And then you look at other things like schools, which I worked at a ton of schools, and I mean, I had to buy my own stuff and I wasn't even a teacher. I don't know how teachers do it. They don't have the budget for anything. How kids don't just learn by you talking at them. Adults don't even learn like that. That's why I didn't do well in college. Yeah, I think we're just us in the middle. We're kind of teeter-tottering, and we're looking for something to believe in. And that's why I started this podcast, because I'm like, can someone sway me? And if you can sway me, that's great. But I think we're also so stuck in our own beliefs that we don't want to listen.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Have you ever had a conversation with a friend where they're just like, no, you're wrong?
You know what? Not a friend, but I have family that are, they're definitely right-winged Republicans.
Nailed it.
Yeah, right? Yes.
Wings up, baby.
What is that?
Yeah. What do they say?
They just like are so fucking stubborn. Like everything, like they believe one way and they refuse to believe that there's any other possibility of them being wrong or things being different. You know, and sometimes you say like there's one person you want to fight. Sometimes I just want to punch him in the face, dude. Like, shut up. You have, there's people that just like believe that they're like, there's only one way to do things. There's only one way of everything, and everything else is wrong. It's just almost like, how ignorant can you be?
Things, or someone knocking?
They're working on, I saw wood going, they're working on the outside area.
Things aren't black and white. They are rainbow. There's so many little middle things. Like, go ahead and defund the police if it works, but tell us how it's going to work.
Yeah. Tell
us where that money's going to go, because you know if that happens, someone's going to be like, oh, we got this extra money. I mean, I've been doing a lot of work this year, so have my incumbents. Boom. It turns into like a salary or something. I don't really know how much work, but that's going to happen. I think we need to question everything. I mean, even these, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about current events, is because we need to question all this stuff. It's like, okay, but like, you know, what was David Dobrik doing? And then you start.
And at the end of the day, you can't always judge what you think based off of media, based off of social media and news and whatnot, because all of that is just portrayed to tell you something that they want you to think, and it's never the full story.
See, dude, you got knowledge, dude. You got some knowledge. I feel like you're the type of person that just kind of sits outside the window and watches, but is like taking everything in. Wow,
that's never been said that way before, and I absolutely think that. Like, I just sit here and maybe this is bad because I don't, like we said earlier, I don't take a stand and I don't, you know, whatever, create action. But yeah, I'm just like, you guys do your thing. You guys do your thing.
Right.
I'm just gonna sit here and observe and let y'all do your thing.
Well, you're a sheep. See, that's the kind of shit.
They're always gonna find something to attack you about. I could sit here and say what I just did, or I could say I believe in this and I believe in this and da da da, and someone's still gonna attack me. Attack me. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
I was reading this like what's it called? Oh no. I had a conversation with my Uber driver when I was in Washington, Flex, and he was like, oh, I'm moving back to the Philippines because this country's just, it's not what it used to be. And now they're pushing vaccines on us. And that's like a big topic right now. But he was telling me they're trying to track us. The government is trying to track us. And I was like, oof. Okay. I was like, was your daughter born here? Because he was like, I have a little girl who's back in the Philippines. I was like, was she born here? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, guess what, buddy? She has a number. You know what a social security number is? It's literally a social security number. You get assigned a number when you're born. The government knows where you are. You got a phone? Guess what? It knows I come to Iconic Fitness and it says 8 minutes away from my house. Dude.
Yeah. That shit trips me out all the time.
What do you... that's
7 minutes to get home. Take Washington Avenue.
Exactly. And look, I understand if you don't want to get vaccinated, if you're not comfortable with it, and there's so many different things. But when you're sitting here and you're giving that like that stance and you're like, this is it because blah blah blah, it's like, well, don't be so narrow-minded and look at the other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's why I'm like that like I'm not like this is that way and this is that way, because I'm like, well, this could be true, but that could also be true.
Exactly.
Like, well,
Dude.
Is that backed up? It's like, is that actually real? Or do you just think that?
Allow yourself to be swayed.
Yeah. Don't be so close-minded.
I got swayed on this podcast by Miss Copeland.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I showed her some. There was a shirt that said, and I watched the video back and I look visibly uncomfortable because I was like, oh, fuck, I blew it. But I saw the shirt that said, to all my black people, I love you, or something like that. And I thought, if I see a white guy walking around with that, if I wear that shit, I'm like, that's like the equivalent of saying, I have black friends. But I didn't see the whole picture. And the whole picture is, that's actually a black-owned business. They just re-upped their contract with Target, which is a huge distributor, huge store. It's a success story for black people. But I didn't know that. But then I have this educated woman telling me that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. And then she was like, you know what, I understand how you would see it that way, but this is what it actually is. And I'm like, oh, I still wouldn't wear the shirt because I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I love black people, but I'm not going to walk around. Love black people.
Yeah.
Black guy, what's up?
Love them.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm big on blacks, you know? Love it. People are people. I'm probably going to cancel for that. I'm rambling. I'm going to stop.
ThisLife Podcast is canceled. Officially.
Well, folks, thanks for joining me. And Bree, thanks for finally sitting with me and talking some news.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
What'd you think?
I mean, it's great. A little controversial, a little heated, you know, whatever.
It is very hot in here.
Yeah.
I'm getting hot.
Sweating.
Where can people find you, Bree?
You can find me on Insta, Bree Fit. You know what's funny is, I was gonna go into a story, but it's really like a pointless story.
Do it. Fuck it. Who cares?
Well, I was just gonna say it's funny that I came up with that name because I didn't come up with that name. I used to work with someone who was like, hey, you need it, because my name was Hey It's Bree for a while, and that's like a middle school, like when you first make your social media, and that's because that was my name when I first made social media, and I was like, I need something different, and my friend came up with it for me. I was like, I don't really know if I like it, and I was like, I almost felt like insecure about it because it made me seem like I was trying to be some like, you know, oh, you think you're fit, like type of fitness page or whatever. And that wasn't really the point of it. But he came up with it, and I was like, all right, like I like it, I'll keep it. And then it stuck. Like, you guys are just like Bree Fit, like I don't know, right? Like I don't know, I kind of like it now. But anyways, _Bree_fit with two T's. Hey.
I was actually looking it up right now. I was like listening. I was like, where is it? Yeah. So _BRI. _FITT. Yeah, if you want to know about nutrition and stuff, man, if you have any like questions, Bree, I think if you put it into terms of like human beings instead of like, well, you know, the ribosomes and the mitochondria, it's like I don't care about that.
Yeah.
How do I not get fat? Yeah. And you're like, oh, just do this and this, and you're like, oh, okay, but there are also gray areas, which is this. Oh, cool. Next. Boom.
Thanks.
So yeah, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You can find me on Instagram at Mayorca Media. That's MAYORCAMEDIA. Big shout out to Popple for sponsoring the podcast. Make sure you get yours. Code ThisLife gets you 20% off. It's your digital business card. It's beautiful. And subscribe to the YouTube. Review. Fuck, I always mess this up. Leave a review and 5 stars. I haven't gotten too many reviews, man. I'm at like.
Come on, guys.
I think I'm at yeah. Come on. Oh. Shoot me 5 stars. That's
support Felix, Mayorca Media. Come on.
You know what? If you,
he'll give you $500 if you leave him a review. No,
but 500. That's so specific. He'll give you $500 right now.
That's the first number I thought of.
No, if you leave a review that makes me laugh, I will send you something.
Buy you a coffee.
I'll send you something cool. A print.
A print?
Like a photo, a big photo print.
Okay.
A fancy or something like that. Or I'll send you a Popple.
Popple.
I got extra Popples. I'll send you something. Leave a review.
Chico.
Or a Topo Chico, exactly. Leave a review. 5 stars only. And yeah, I love you guys. Thanks so much for joining. And I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Please don't cancel us.
Yeah, please. It's my first time. I want to go back on another podcast.
You're like, can I go on this one? No, you've been canceled.
No more podcasts.
Shit.